Okay, well my name is Lauren Beltate and this is making videos to share with my daughter some basic jewelry making techniques. And now we're going to do something a little more complex in the third video, and that is we're going to make two wire wrapped beads or bead segments that we're then going to join with jump rings. And just to go over the tools that I've got here, I have two pairs of flat nose pliers that I have dipped in Tool Magic so that they don't mash the jump rings or the wires or nick them. I have a pair of regular pliers here, again also dipped in the Tool Magic. I have a pair of side cutters. Or if you prefer, or if you have these work also very well. You just have to be a little more careful when cutting because they do have such a wide base that you can end up snipping through more wires than you intended, but those are very good close cutters. I have a pair of round pliers, and I do not put these in Tool Magic because I have difficulty then sliding the wire off the end after I'm done making the loop. I'm just make sure that I don't squeeze too tightly with these and mar the wire. And then another pair of pliers that I've just gotten recently are these bent nose pliers. I like these because they help tuck the ends of the wrapped wire in a little better. And again, I don't dip these in Tool Magic. I just gently use those for tucking the ends in. So, okay, so now we've gone over the tools. Again, I'm using 6mm Botswana agate beads here. And I'm using 2mm round shell beads here just to go on the ends. It's a little accent to them. And I have 20 gauge silver plated jump rings. These are approximately 3mm inner diameter, 4mm outer diameter. So they're very tiny ones. Okay, I'm going to use that to join the two sections. Then I'm also using the Artistic Wire 20 gauge non-tarnish silver plated wire. Okay, and we're going to start with cutting two 3-inch pieces because I'm going to make two sections here. So there's one, two. There we go. And on the first one, I am going to measure in just a little over 1 inch. I'm going to use my regular pliers here to bend the wire at 90 degrees. Just make a little 90 degree. And then I'm going to use my round pliers right here. And I'm going to go in a little further than I have in the previous videos. I'm going to go in to about right here on my round nose pliers because I want a little bit bigger loop for joining everything. And you'll notice that I've also taken a Sharpie marker. I don't know if you can notice, get that a little closer. But right in here I've actually marked with a Sharpie marker where that is so that I can get consistent loops. And I'm just going to take this up and over. There we go, all the way around, like so. Okay, so that we get a loop like so. That's gone all the way around. And then just like before, I'm going to switch and hold with these pliers. Hold the loop so it doesn't bend. And you'll notice that I just moved the wire so that it's parallel with the pliers, because I want to get this wrap as close to the bottom of the loop as I can. So I'm just going to take my thumb, start moving that around. There's one. I think I'll only go 2 times for these for the necklace. 2. Okay, so I've got that around. And I'll see if I get that in the camera properly. There we go. There we go. I've just gone around 2 times. Okay, and so now I'm going to twist this around. Okay, twist this around, and I'm going to use my cutters here, and I'm going to cut just as close as I can. So I'm getting just as close as I can without cutting any additional wires. Just going to trim that end off. And now, see if you can see that little end that's still sticking out. I want to tuck that in, and that's where these new pliers really come in handy. Is I'll hold like so, and then use these bent nose pliers like so. Let's see if I can twist that so you can see better. To mash that end in. It's kind of hard to do this at with a camera angle. Here we go. Now you can see how I've gotten that end twisted around so it's not sticking out. Okay. So now I'm going to feed one of the shell beads just on the end there, and one of the agate beads on, like so, and then another one of the shell beads on like so. Okay. Now this time, just like when we were making the earrings, I want to leave a little extra room right in here when I'm making my 90-degree angle. So I'm just going to leave a little room there so I have room to twist that wire around and make my 90-degree angle, like so. And then I'm going to put my round pliers in there again. I'm going to go right where I've marked it with the marker there. And wrap up and around. Okay. Go all the way around. Like so. There we go. And now I'm going to grasp it with my flat pliers, just like we did with all the others. I'm going to go around once, around twice, remembering when you come around again to keep the second wrap up tight against the first wire. So now I've gone around 2 times, and so there's our little bit sticking out. Whoop! Let's see here. I'm going to try to get in as tight as I can there. Nip that end off. There we go. And again, if you can see that little bit sticking out there. Okay, I'm going to get in there with my bent nose pliers And just try to mash that end in as gently as I can so that I don't mar the wire that's there. Just don't want it sticking out. And now to kind of even everything up, I'm going to take my 2 pairs of flat pliers here, because I just like everything nice and even. Sometimes I found, pulling a little bit straightens that wire out. Just like everything to be nice and straight and flat. It makes much prettier jewelry that way. You don't think the eye would pick up on little things like that, but it's attention to detail that really matters. And there we go. There's our first bead segment.